Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we're going to talk about the when and where of alts. We're going to talk about when I choose to level them, when I kind of get them going for alt farming. We're going to talk about drop percentages for the different levels. We're also going to talk about what other things I do with my alts in order to increase the CP of my main character. So let's go ahead and dig in. So probably the biggest question that I get right now that people have been coming to my Discord and asking me is, at what level can you take your alts into alt farming? And there's kind of a simple progression with your alts that I think everybody's going to naturally hit. Once you hit level 40 on your main job, I think everybody pretty much knows now to level your alts to level 20 for inventory space. You hop back on your main to level 40, and then you take your main job to level 50. Once your main job is level 50, you might hop back and think, let's see how far I can get my alts. And as you're cruising through the main story, you are going to be able to keep doing it, but what you're going to notice is you're going to hit a level 33 wall. You may be able to continue the main story and hit level 34, but you're going to hit this wall where you can't really, the main story EXP isn't going to help your alt level up anymore. That 10 level gap and double EXP bonus from your main being 10 levels above you just isn't doing it with that story EXP. So you're kind of like, well, what do I do with my alts now? And that's one of the original reasons I kind of created the alt farming method. So when I was level 33, I was like, I really need to get my alts to like 40-ish. That's my goal. So from level 33 to 40, and potentially level 33 to about 45, I do farm the first floor of Chaos Fields, and you can see my Destroyer is my highest level alt. That's what I spend a lot of time doing. And then once my alts are all up to level 40, what a lot of people don't realize is you get a lot of good stuff at level 40. So when you hit level 40 with your alt, you actually get 100,000 gold for each alt that's level 40. You get 3-star weapons for your alt. You get like a fire, a earth, and a water weapon for your alt. You also get 3 Swift Solution certificates. So on the day that I decided to level all of my alts, it didn't really impact my main too much because I was able to get 12 Swift Solution certificates and just funnel them all to my main and level up my main as well. So if you're ever in a quick bind for gold or Swift Solution tickets or whatever it is, you can also level up your alts to level 40. When my alts got to level 40 right now, a lot of you were probably on my stream yesterday where you saw that I still didn't have enough gold, that I was in a gold deficit. And that's when I kind of hopped on my alts and started doing things. So let's go ahead and talk about the main story progression on your alts. Once I hit level 40, I can pretty much take my alts all the way to the Winter Wonderland. I haven't tried to push the Winter Wonderland story, but I have been able to get here. Some people have accuracy issues, just as a note, so you may need to level up your alt a little bit more to maybe like 42 or 43. But my engineer is a great example. I started doing the main story again when I hit 40 after hitting that level 33 wall. And I was able to take my alt all the way to 43 doing the main story, which is really good because if you go to the Chaos Field and you look at tier 2 Chaos Field farming, right? You're going to notice that the pages that the 40 to 43 monsters drop are not really good pages. They're just the neutral magic pages. So your goal should be to get your alt to 44 so that you can come in and start farming the fire pages and get good EXP from these monsters on your alt. And then you can transition into the wind, and then you can do the light and the dark, because this is one of the few opportunities to farm light and dark books in the game. So you want to make sure to get as many pages of these as possible. But running through the story and doing that is a great way to get gold, and you also get other resources that are really important. As we were talking about in my previous video, a lot of people think that Territe is the actual wall for ingredients, and that is actually not true. There is mostly awakening materials like armor materials, like weapon materials that are actually used in upgrading the weapons or enhancing the weapons that become kind of the true bottleneck over Territe. because once your main hits level 60, you are able to farm Territe quite quickly. So what I did is I took all of my alts and I ran them through the main story. They were all kind of in the Serene Forest, is where I had left them at level 33. So we ran through the Serene Forest, Allegra Plateau, Cloud Coil Canyon, and one of the things you get is you get a 4-star select gem chest as well. So now all of my gear has 4-star gems socketed on it. You're going to get a ton of gold. So leveling up my alts through Allegra Plateau and through Cloud Coil Canyon, or actually just Allegra Plateau, I didn't actually do Cloud Coil Canyon on all my alts yet. You are going to get hundreds of thousands of gold in terms of supplies for your character. You're going to get gummies that you can use on your familiars. You're going to get upwards of about 20 gummies. You're going to get meat dishes that you can use and kind of populate potentially recipes for your characters. You're going to get all of these things that are supplemental in many ways. They're very supplemental to your main character. But when you switch to your main character and you are investing in gear, you're looking at your armor, you're trying to awaken them, you're trying to enhance them, it actually turns out that leveling your alts from 40 plus through the main story is a really good way to get materials, to get gold, and to kind of reduce that bottleneck of materials and gold. And I mean, you're still going to hit it because the bottleneck is so high. There is so much gold and materials that you need in order to overcome it. But in my case, I was able to awaken another piece of gear. I was able to go from 5-star to 6-star, right? Like, these small details and these small things are, especially as you're grinding slowly through the game, these are the small details that are going to give your character a little bit more power, give them a little bit more of an edge, and enable you to kind of survive that little bit longer. I also want to point out the benefits of doing this if you are free to play. If you are free to play, right? I'm a dolphin and I'm benefiting from this. I can only imagine how much free to play would benefit from actually doing this. And not to mention being able to farm the pages with your alt afterwards is just universally going to be great. And it's just going to be good overall. So hopefully this video helped explain to you guys kind of what the progression was for my alts. I hope it was made clear enough for you kind of when I did what I did and why I did it. And of course, as I do end up leveling my alts further as we are going ahead, I am looking at hitting 70 on my main and then grinding to 60 on my alts, because you do get 1,000 gems at 60. So that's also pretty important to me. You also get plus 25 inventory again at 40, by the way, guys. So I will probably put out an update to this guide when I do get my main to 70 and I'm looking at the best way to get my alts to 60. But I imagine it's going to be just farming Chaos Fields 2 and then transitioning to the main story again in Winter Wonderland. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you do want to support me, you can drop a subscription, which would really help out. I am a new No Kuni content creator, and it is really difficult when the YouTube algorithm doesn't know you. So thank you so much, you guys, and have a great rest of your day.